皆さんこんにちは。美穂と葵の海外生活チャンネルへようこそ。
Hello everyone! Welcome to Miho and Aoi's channel.
Today we want to talk about Japanese convenience. Convenience store.
Convenience store. So we don't really have convenience stores in the US, I feel like. We do, but it's usually attached to a gas station.
So they call it a gas station, right? When we want to talk about convenience store, they just say, "Oh, gas station." A Japanese gas station is great.
Oh, really?
And
I've never heard of that.
They mean 7-Eleven.
Oh, okay. Interesting. I feel like in the US, most of the time, like the pharmacies, like CVS or Walgreens, usually they play the role of convenience stores for us, you know?
That's true.
Like you can print stuff, you can get like most of the,
Right.
I don't know, things you need. And then, I don't know if you can pay, but they have like ATMs and you can take pictures, the passport photos and stuff like that. So they're kind of like a convenience store. But if we want to compare one-to-one, I think the gas station is what they think a convenience store is here.
That's true. At least they have the same brand. Like 7-Eleven originated in the US. But Americans, when they say convenience store, they just imagine the gas station. So when they go to Japan, they look for the gas station. And then they see 7-Eleven, Family Mart, and Lawson. And then they get so excited.
Yeah, I mean, are gas station convenience stores open 24/7?
In the US or in Japan?
In the US.
I
think most of the time, no?
Maybe, because they drive
a
a lot.
You go on a road trip and you usually can. Yeah, I remember going into a gas station convenience store at 3-4 a.m. to go to the bathroom and then get a Red Bull to be able to keep going, So I imagine gas station ones are 24/7, just like Tokyo's or Japanese convenience stores.
That's true. I went to Europe recently. I don't remember. I went to 7-Eleven in Copenhagen, and it looked exactly like Japanese 7-Eleven because they had ATM machine. It was clean. They had hot, Danish at the checkout. And they even had so we stayed at the Airbnb and they didn't have, someone handing us the key, or they didn't have any the locker at the Airbnb. We were sent to 7-Eleven, and 7-Eleven had this service that we just put the code in and then we can receive the key at the 7-Eleven.
Interesting.
So it really felt like Japanese 7-Eleven. But I don't remember if it was open for 24 hours. Maybe it was.
Interesting. I've never heard of that, but that's kind of cool. Yeah.
It's in Europe, so it's not in the US.
Okay. Yeah, and then I feel like Japanese convenience stores have a lot of great products. It's the best, how to say. It's such a great variety of everything from food to
drinks to hot deli to medicine.
Yeah, exactly. Well,
magazines.
Yeah, magazines and everything. Even I go to convenience stores for things the envelope thing that you need for the weddings or funerals or you need specific envelopes, right? And that's I don't know anywhere else to find. Well, I guess stationery shops don't really exist anymore in Japan, at least. Well, around my house at least. I feel like they all went out of business. I feel like I used to go to really cute places that are run by old couples and stuff like that, but I don't think we see that anymore. So yeah.
When my friends from US, they visit Japan for the first time, we probably both do that, but we give them thousands of recommendations. We overwhelm them with the recommendations, things to do in Japan, and that definitely includes things to buy in Konbini and specifically like, buy this from 7-Eleven, but buy this at the Family Mart and go to Lawson for this.
Yeah, I mean, like, the biggest difference is the high quality bentos.
Yeah.
Like, I would never eat gas station food ever in the US.
Oh, never.
I mean, I would rather go to like Taco Bell or like McDonald's at that point. But if I was in Japan, I would go to convenience store to eat anything really. Like the other day, like a few months ago, I went back to Japan and like I went to 7-Eleven just to get a like photocopy of something that I needed. But I ended up coming back with like a huge bag of food just because, oh my god, everything looks so good. And, like, it's like kept getting all the like onigiri or like the soup, the little cone soup. Like,
Yeah.
I couldn't stop.
Yeah. I haven't tried yet in Japan, but don't they have like a smoothie made of fresh fruit and you can just buy cut fruits and then go to this machine and then they make your like own smoothie or something like that.
Yeah, those are great too. And then you can also like buy alcohol, right? And then a lot of different kinds of alcohol. So like what I like to do is like you buy it's like flavored ice. It's not ice cream, but like flavored ice. And then you open it, you put hyokutsu in it. It's kind of like I don't know, it's great. It's great.
Yeah, people get so excited when they come to Japan and then they can drink in front of konbini and then go to parks.
Yeah, it's usually illegal to drink outside or on the street in the US, except for Vegas.
Yeah, they have different law. Speaking of the konbini, the gas station food, the image of the gas station food in the US, like we never go to gas station or, like American 7-Elevens to get something healthy. But like a natural Lawson in Japan, like, very like up-to-date young ladies from the office, they all go to like a natural Lawson to get lunch and then they get like salad and like, veggie soup and like dried fruits or something.
Right. Yeah, usually like LA's like people in LA loves like organic or like healthy and all these kind of stuff, but the convenience stores are different stories. Like you don't go to convenience stores to get healthy stuff. That's not where you get them. So you don't really have that option, right?
Yeah, I feel like natural Lawson might do well in LA.
Yeah, actually, yes, I think so.
Isn't there a natural Lawson in Japan that has their own dedicated restaurant? They have like an Italian restaurant or something that's attached to natural Lawson. And then, I don't know how it works, but they maybe like use the same vegetables from the same farm or something. I think my family went and they said it was pretty good.
Cool. Wow. Wow, that's really cool. I didn't know that. Like the hot snacks, I don't know if that's what you're supposed to call those things, but like the fried chickens or like American dogs or like what else? Like French fries and stuff like that. I feel like the Japanese ones are really good, and we know that it's not like it's been there for 2 weeks.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like put in fresh the day of or the day before. I always see them like changing, adding. So you know that they're gonna be good, and then they're good. I feel like American gas station like hot snacks like that are like, it's always rotating to keep it hot, but it's like super dry outside, and then you kind of know that it's been there for a while. Yeah. So yeah, that's not something I would eat. I'll go to McDonald's.
Well, I grew up eating oden in winter in Japan, and they were cooking there. And it was like freshly cooked at konbini, and then I really liked eating egg and white radish and all those things. It's like
mochi.
Yeah, that's my like nostalgic memory from Japan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I don't think you could like show food like that and expect people to not to poke on it. Or
Yeah,
something, you know?
imagine having that.
You can't really do that. So what I like about convenience stores is that like they partner up with a lot of like IPs and products and then like do a lot of like special limited edition campaigns and stuff. Like they would have like limited edition products and have like raffles where you can win like for example Attack on Titan figures and stuff like that, you know. I think it's always really fun, and you know people just come for that and they'll line up and like try to win what they want. So I think it's really fun. And also like speaking of special edition, like there are a lot of seasonal stuff.
Yeah.
So in summer it's more like, I don't know, lemon, peach, like kind of.
Yeah.
Is it? I don't know. Actually, maybe it's fall. Peach is fall. I have no idea. I didn't really.
Or like a
think
watermelon.
Right. Yes, watermelons.
Or a mango. You know, like anything that's associated with the season. Yeah. Speaking of which, when my American friend came to Japan, they got hooked by the limited edition, like summer edition melon, Hokkaido melon gummies, Yubari melon gummies. And then she was like, I want to have this. I want to like get more of this from Japan. Well, let me rewind that. So I brought back the seasonal like limited edition Hokkaido melon gummies back to the US and then gave it to her, my American friend here. And then she fell in love with that. And then she came to Japan and she wanted to buy more, but it was fall already, so it was not selling there. But then she was just looking for that everywhere. And I spend much time and energy like explaining this is only seasonal ones, and then there's so many other variety of foods in Japan that's great for that season, but she didn't really understand. Like she was like looking for that one.
Yeah, you kind of have to understand the concept of like
Yeah, there's a reason why it's limited.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
It's a bummer. And other kinds of limited editions are like regional stuff. So like when you go to different parts of Japan, you get different flavors or like different kinds of stuff. Like shikuasa, I don't even know how to pronounce in English. Shikuasa flavors stuff in Okinawa and things like that.
And also like not only food and drinks, but also like, you know, they have the skincare stuff. Yeah, skincare products.
Or like makeup stuff.
Yeah, they have like Shiseido or like Pora, you know, like really good ones.
That's true. Like, so whenever you're like, you go out and like decided to stay at your friend's house, but you don't have like toothbrush or like your like makeup remover and stuff, you can always go to convenience store and get that. No problem. Oh, you can even buy underwear. So like, you don't even have to go home to.
You can even buy new shirt and tie.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Socks. Yeah, you don't really have to like have anything and then just get prepared.
Oh yeah. And medicines too, right? Like when you feel like you're getting a cold, or like if you need some painkillers and stuff like that, you don't have to go to pharmacy and you can go to convenience store.
Yeah. So not only having those variety of products, but also like they have top-notch service, like hospitality at Japanese convenience store, I feel like. Well, while when we go to gas station here, we are kind of like risking our lives sometimes, depending on the place and time, of course. And, you know, like, even if I want to use the bathroom, I'm like, you know, I have to have my boyfriend, like, wait in front of the, like, a bathroom to make sure I'm safe in the middle of the night.
Yeah, actually, like, gas station at night is one of the most dangerous places that you could go to in the US. I feel like I always, like, avoid it at night, or, you know, avoid it during daytime if it was in a bad neighborhood and stuff. I always try to go to the ones that are a little more expensive and looks a little safer and cleaner.
Yeah, because of the safety in Japanese convenience store, we have ATM. We can, you know, withdraw money or like bring money and, you know, put that in your own bank account, or, you know, pay for your bills.
Right, you can pay for your utilities, electricity.
Yeah,
can
or
pay
you
for-
can like, feel safe and you can trust them to send your package.
Yeah, like Amazon packages and stuff.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because I really trust those people who work in Japanese convenience stores.
Yeah, they're very competent.
Yeah, and they have so much knowledge.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
or like
can
a pay
get
tax.
Yeah, pay tax.
Yeah.
Get the stamps for the mail, or like even get the
Like a ticket for
the trash picking service ticket, and then you can get like photocopies, and then you can like buy tickets for concerts or movies. You can read mangas and like magazines.
like a lot of the times what people who come to Japan, what they think is that like Japanese streets don't have any trash cans and or stations. So like what Japanese people do, like you're supposed to bring back your own trash home, and then you should recycle them at home. But when you go to the convenience store, they have the recycle box, like recycle trash cans.
That's true. Yeah, I mean, like I don't think that Japan don't have trash cans. Like I feel like I do toss my trash at convenience stores, the stations and places like that. So I don't know about that whole thing about Japan not having.
Well, compared to other countries,
yeah,
it's
of
not
course.
like every corner in the street.
Oh yeah, yeah, and of course it's very clean.
Yeah.
I mean, you can usually find bathrooms inside the convenience stores, and it's usually clean. I mean, like at the gas station convenience stores, you can most of the time find bathrooms, but not the greatest usually. I don't know, it's changing. I feel like compared to 10 years ago, it's much better in the US as well. Like sometimes like you go to a bathroom, it's like, oh my god, it's pretty clean. So like I feel like it's changing, but still I feel like Japanese restrooms are way cleaner. I mean, it's not heated up.
Toilet seat.
Yeah.
And also there are spaces for you to eat inside of the convenience stores. There are a lot, in Japan lately, they call that like a machi cafe or something like that.
Right.
And, if you go there, I used to use those places a lot when I was working in Tokyo, that, like you're working in the office and then you go to convenience and then you buy something and you eat there. And a lot of people, like my American friends, get very surprised. Like they get surprised even when Japanese office workers work in McDonald's, because they don't really associate that. Like people working in the McDonald's or like eat inside of the convenience stores.
Yeah, it's not supposed to be a comfortable place to stay for hours.
Yeah.
I feel like you kind of like eat and get out.
Yeah.
You already talked about it a little bit, but the people who work there are super professional, super nice and friendly, and like super knowledgeable about like the products or like all the procedure. I don't like, there's so many things to remember. I remember like my ex-boyfriend used to work at 7-Eleven, and like he had so many things he had to remember. He was also German, so I think it was hard for him too.
Yeah.
But from all the like logistics and like keeping the stocks and etc., and then like you have to answer the questions from the customers, all these things that are associated with Japanese convenience stores. Like it's such an overwhelming amount of information you have to remember. And that's not an easy job. Like I feel like people say like, oh, you can always work at a convenience store if you don't have a job and stuff like that, but like that's not an easy job at all. I don't think I can do that.
Oh, one thing I just remembered when I was in elementary school, one of the, like summer, one of the homeworks that we had to do during summer was to interview someone who works like around your area. And I chose freshly opened 7-Eleven. And I went there with my dad, and then I asked if there was the owner of the 7-Eleven or the manager there, and I interviewed him. And then that was like near a pretty big park that's like popular for picnics, and he told me that they changed the selection of the like what kind of products or like how many onigiri they want to get in the store depending on the days of the week, and also like the national holidays and like seasons, and I was very impressed. And I wrote a like a small like essay about it as maybe I was like 9 years old or something, and I think I got like a good mark for that. And yeah, I think like my teacher put that up on the wall or something.
That's super cool.
Yeah.
Today we talked about convenience stores in Japan and in the US. But if you have any suggestions on the topics that you want to hear us talk in English, please let us know in the comment section. Thank you so much for listening.
See you in the next video. Bye bye.